texted earlier, but I'm struggling with the flu for more than 1 week now. But here I am. I'm back. And the story for today, it's called New Year, New Me. ID, the barman told the redhead who approached. Seriously, they got caught serving underage recently. I told the stranger after she'd flashed her ID, and your photo can't be as bad as mine. I whipped the driver's license out of my bag and showed her. Oh, it's fine, she told me and showed me her own. Mine's a mess. I looked it over and then returned it. Well, I'm glad you look less blurry in person. Are you here alone? I asked. I knew the answer though. I am now. My roommate is away until the 3rd, so I came with some work friends, but then they wanted to leave for that club down the road. Like they'll even get in on New Year's Eve. The red in her hair was unnatural, but really suited her. I found my hand drifting up to my equally fake blonde hair and wondering if it would suit me too. I actually got stood up. I told my new friend. Rebecca's face filled with sympathy, and she called the bartender over to order us both shots. No, I can't, I said after the order had been placed. I drove here. I have to be up early tomorrow to help my parents with something. Just like that, I'd established myself as reliable and helpful. Rebecca downed both shots when they came. We talked until after midnight, and she fumbled with her phone when it was time to head home. No battery. Can I borrow yours to call an Uber or a taxi? On New Year's Eve. That will take forever. I can just drive you back if you want. I helped her into the back of my car, and then with fluid, practiced motions I committed to my resolution. The knife left my back and plunged into her neck. Then I shoved her into the car and closed the door. I waited for the thrashing to stop to get into the driver's seat. I grabbed Rebecca's purse and searched it very well. I'd dipped into it before when she'd been to the toilet, turning her phone's torch on to drain the battery and searching her wallet for any membership card to mention the same place as common ground. I decided to head to her empty home. Ideally, I would live her life there, but of course, whilst I'll be able to look enough like her to match the low-quality ID photos, I wouldn't fool her friends and family. So Rebecca would have to text her roommate that a cousin he hadn't heard of was having some sort of emergency and she needed to leave. Then, like the other women before her, she'll go traveling or get an unexpected transfer at work. Some people decided to begin one new thing for their resolution, but I become an entirely new person every year. It's exhilarating. My fingers brushed a lipstick in Rebecca's purse, and with a smile I applied it in the review mirror. I think I'm going to like this one. Oh my god, this was dark. Because these stories are very short, I'm gonna continue with the second one. There's a serial killer in our neighborhood. Fisher, a 27-year-old salesperson reported missing on 23rd November, was found on the beach. You're watching the news again. Don't you get upset by this? Coming out of the kitchen with a nice mug of hot chocolate, my husband glanced at the TV. I do, but it's better to stay tuned, I signed, holding the remote tightly. The remains of Helen Smith, a 27-year-old housewife reported missing by her family, was washed up the shore. It's unsettling to have such incidents in a small town. He sat next to me, wrapping his arm around my shoulder. How long do you think it will take for the police to solve the case? No idea. I just hope I can return home safely after going out. The police don't seem to have any clues. James Jones, a 27-year-old teacher at a local elementary school, was found dead in his apartment. The cause of death was a penetrating injury. Well, even after returning home, you can still be at risk. He dropped the line casually, as if that's something light to say. What do you mean? That's creepy. I turned to him, still frowning. Well, the news just said the guy was murdered in his flat. He quickly replied, I didn't mean to upset you. I just want you to be alert. You see, the victims are all at the similar age as you. They even went to the same high school as you. That's not a nice thing to say. You know, I get anxious easily. I stared at him, making direct eye contact, trying to figure out the potential underlying meaning of his words. Sorry, baby, I just want you to be safe. He apologizes again, trying to give me a kiss, but I dodged. I appreciate your kind intention, but please don't say anything like this ever again. Richard Young, a 27-year-old street cleaner, was reported missing once since 30 October. He signed, I'm sorry, I wouldn't say that again. And why don't we get to bed a bit early tonight? You're stressed, I probably, because of this missing and murder news recently. I can feel his love and sincerity through his eyes, just like when he proposed to me. After a brief silence, I decided to trust him. Yeah, you're right. I've been a bit jumpy lately. How about I clean up the dishes and you go to prepare our room? As he grinned and kissed me, I took his mug and headed towards the kitchen. He's right, the victims all had common grounds with me. It's just a matter of time the police realizes this and narrows the suspects. Though I'm sure he's not aware of the truth, I should be careful around him. So before him, maybe I should target someone unrelated.